Hi, I am Raul from Team Mexico 2024. In this video, I'm going to show you onboard programming directly from the Control Hub. First, you need to connect your Control Hub to your laptop and use the Rev Client tool. Then you use the Rev Hardware Mac Client tool. Once you are in the dashboard, select the On Java Bot option and then select the plus option to create a new file. In this case, we're going to name it Teleop. In the sample selection, you can choose any options so it generates the code for you. For this video, we are going to use the box empty, as we are going to write our code from zero. Then we select the option Teleop and press continue. Now you have your file to code. Now in the code next to the public class Teleop, you are going to write extends linear OP mode. These unlock functions that are necessary for our Teleop. Now we will declare the motors that you will use depending on your system. For this tutorial, we are going to declare 3 motors. We then write an override and a public void run OP mode. Here is where the information is going to get updated to the control hub. Now we declare the motors, set the direction of the motor, and set the idle mode of our motors. In this case, we can use the brake mode. Still inside in the run OP mode class, we are going to use the while OP mode is active, which will loop when the robot is in enable mode. Inside the while loop, we are going to declare the controls and functions we want to do with the motor. For button presses on your control, first declare a boolean for the button and equal to it to false. Then select the boolean and equal it to the button you want it to be. Now, wherever that button is, it will return a true statement to the variable, and when it releases it, you will come back as false. Now we are going to create code for some basic functions that your robot may use. First, we are going to do an arm. For this system, we are going to use positions. It is important to mention that the set power function cannot work when you are using positions. However, we are going to teach an alternative to do it. Now you are going to call your motor and use the set mode instruct and run the encoder mode. Then in whatever button, you are going to set the position to the if-else method, and if the binding is true, you are going to write the code in this exact order. The target position is what types that you want that your motor to head to. The motor is to indicate what to do. In this case, run to the position you indicated. The set power will be how fast you want your motor move when you press the button. It doesn't matter if you hold it or not. The motor will still go to that position until it reaches it. Now we are going to move to chassis of two motors. Do the same process, declare the motors, and on the button bindings we are going to use a method for the joysticks instead of doing a boolean. The joystick's value rank from -1 to 1. Depending on what direction the joystick is at, you can do the configuration with the X or Y value to your joystick. When you're calling your joystick, it's important to specify if it is one of the right or the left, and if you are going to use Y value up and down or X value left and right. In this case, we are going to use the Y of the left joystick. Declare the value as double, then set the double is equal to the left joystick Y, and then set the power to the double value. Now your motor should move according with the joystick, and do the same with the second motor. Now to make it rotate, do the same process, but this time use the right X, and on the set power put one of the two to a negative value. That way Now for the claw, for this example we are going to use two servos. First we declare them as private servo 1, then we do the same with the other servo, but instead of servo 1 we put servo 2 to differentiate them. To configure the names of the servos in the driver hub, and we do the same with the other servo. We continue with the while section. OP mode is active, and we write this. We will have the commands to close and open the claw. For it to appear in the driver hub, you need to select the range which it will build the deploy code to your control hub. Now you go to your driver hub, and on your teleop it should appear. And now let's see how it works. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful for the team. Don't miss the next and last chapter. Bye.